What's going on? Good morning. Welcome everybody to episode 75. 75. Wow. Of the House of Nerd Show. You're in the house. What's going on? Elle, good morning. How you doing today?
I'm feeling a little discouraged.
You feel a little discouraged?
hmm
Why is that? Let's
I
hear it.
just
Let's hear
feel
it. Let's
like
hear it.
there's a lot of animosity coming from management here at the House of Nerd.
Say word.
Uh, I feel like sometimes maybe things are said and then intros started before I have a chance to cut you out.
Were you saying something when I hit that intro,
I
bro?
sure was, and you know I
Oh,
was.
oh. Sincerest apologies, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Sincerest apologies with a capital S.
hmm
Uh, yeah, well,
75 episodes, but only 35 of them. Uh,
are you? No, you've done more
no,
than 35. Stop.
I was just throwing that out as a number.
You don't know how to do math,
No,
clearly.
I've probably done what, like 40
Well, you're coming up on a year, so like, yeah, it's approaching.
a year, one and
Approaching
done,
50.
baby. I'm out of here.
Ooh, was it a 1 year contract?
Contract.
Oh, phew,
This lease is broken. It's been broken.
phew. Folks, we're taking. We're gonna soon come.
Yes, because it's management and not
Mm,
management.
Al, you've been watching too much She-Hulk.
Uh-oh.
She-Hulk. Man, you see what television does to the mind? Rats the brain.
You have the same kind of power as that Asgardian, huh? You could shapeshift the back of your head into different hooks and crooks back there.
I don't get the reference. Mid
Wasn't there a
joke, mid joke,
shapeshifter? Mid joke. It was mid.
mid joke.
About this man has
Yo,
the
yo,
back of your head.
what's going on? What's good, man? Did you get a full night's rest?
No. Well, no. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man,
But we'll live.
75. It got to be at least like 50 with you though. Approaching that.
50.
Approaching that. I feel like. You know,
No, like probably in the 40s.
probably in the 40s. Probably right.
Yeah, about your age.
Yo, what's going on? Film Noir 565. Is this your first time here? I don't recognize that name. But thanks for coming through. Thanks for
You
hanging
don't
out with
recognize her name.
us. Yo, Aaron baby. Yo, what's good? Buenos dias, homie. What are you saying, bro?
Elle went
Elwood,
straight to
my
the
man.
point.
Elwood, any pools today? What's going on? Oh, this guy, is it just me or is this Elwood always seem to be heading off to a pool or something when he's hanging out with us? Yo, chill, baby. What's going on, Holmes? How you doing, my man? Richard Morgan in the house. Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? Uh,
Yeah,
oh, friend of
Tara,
ours.
friend of Elle.
I won't hold that against you, Fillmore. I will not hold that against you. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, yeah, it's episode 75. Um, this week we're talking some indie comics, man. We wanted to spotlight perhaps some books you all what's that? Should you call the light off and it's trying to play it out? See, I don't get these references. Oh, you nerds, bro.
Don't we watch the same show?
What show you talking about?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk? I didn't
You
watch
said
it.
I've been watching too much She-Hulk, and I said you watched that episode though.
I didn't watch the recent one.
No, the one with the shapeshifter.
Was there a shapeshifter?
Yeah, impersonating Megan.
No. Oh, okay, the end. Yeah. Mm.
No, that the whole trial was her on trial for shapeshifting.
That whole show, not to digress too much, that whole show is besides Madison and Wong is the best part of that show. What does that say?
It says that you don't respect women.
Uh, but I digress. It's episode 75. We're spotlighting some indie comics that you may or may not be familiar with, but we feel like you guys are gonna dig them. You're gonna enjoy them. We enjoyed them, so we want to talk about perhaps lesser known indie joints from some great creators. We're gonna get to that shortly. But first, Copper Drop. Copper Drop. Are we doing a Copper Drop this week, I feel like we are. I feel like we are. No?
I feel like you want me to start talking so you can cut me off with the intro music.
You're not playing into it, eh?
I'm not playing into it.
You're not playing into it? All right, copper drop, folks. Here we go. Come on now. Don't do that.
Do what? What happened?
Don't do that. Come on. Come on. For those who might not be familiar, copper drop. Actually, why don't you?
Oh, I was just about to say, Sergio, take the lead.
No.
Please, I insist.
Por favor. Ma'am.
No, thank you.
Co-host.
Host.
Well,
I guess so.
Do it up.
Copper drop. I feel like every time I explain things on this show, I'm accused of being drunk or unintelligible. But
Would you like to get into the sauce, ma'am? For 100. How many drinks you have this morning?
1,400. Yeah.
Sounds a little low.
It is a little low. I had to drive, so I had to.
You had to drive. You didn't do the full 2-4. You just did the.
Not the 2,800, just the 1,400.
Fair enough.
For which I have a complaint to make with my building because I had to park in the slumps because there was no parking when I got home.
Mm-hmm.
But an ew exercise that early in the morning is gross. But Copper Drop is where Sergio and I each pitch a number one, and you guys get to vote on it. What book we discuss the following week, and then we pitch another two.
Oh, very well. Very well put. Yeah, straightforward. Hey, Angel, what's going on? How you doing, Angel? It's good to see you. Hope everything is well.
Looking on his book.
I was saying I'm working on an 8-page comic at the moment. I've drawn 5 pages in 2 weeks. I am not ready for prime time. Hey, congrats, Elwood, man. That's dope, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that, once it's ready. I hope you send the ARC, the advanced review copy, to us, not to Elle. Send it to the house inertia, not to Elle. Did I see Fresh Princess in the chats? Is that what I saw?
You did.
Yo, Fresh Princess, what's good? Holding it down in the 6, because I ain't there no more.
You said you're in the 4 now?
My main man, Deviant Productions. Yo, everybody needs to check out his interview with Jeremy Adams, man. Writer of The Flash. Dope get Sofiane. Great interview, man. Check it out on his channel. Yo, Deviant is blowing up. Don't forget about us little channels, homie? But yo, congratulations, man. Did you check out his interview there, Elle? Don't support your peoples, eh? Damn shame. But yeah, thank you for explaining Copper Drop. Nicely done. I'm being distracted by all these the live chats. So what's going on? What are we kicking off with? What is our Copper Drop selection of the week? What did the audience vote for last week?
Oh, permission to speak?
Granted.
Thank you. So last week you picked 10,000 Black Feathers.
One of those days, folks.
And it's so funny because right before the show, I'm choosing peace.
Yeah, we both said it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody.
I was following your lead. I said, okay.
Okay.
I respect the overseer, if you will. That's what you. Oh my bad, that wasn't for the public.
Okay, I can get used to that.
That's what he asked me to call him behind.
Senor.
Sergio was in the 905. Uh-oh.
Yo,
not you doxing him.
Yo, 416 for life, baby. Come on now. I'm on the boondocks, man. I don't know.
You should have worn your hat, your little 416 hat, 416.
Speaking of 905, Al, you won't get this reference, but there were some references to the 905.
Oh, what you mean?
To the Greater Toronto area in this book.
What's this?
10,000 Feathers.
No, I just moved in from Sergio's hometown, Brampton. What did you say they call it? Bruh. Bruh. As soon as I saw this, I said, "Oh, he's gonna love this book."
Yo, hold on. Spoiler alert for those who haven't read and those from the Toronto area. I know we got some Toronto peoples in the chats here. Yes, the infamous B-Town Brampton makes an appearance in Jeff Lemire's book, 10,000 Black Feathers. Our main character is a B-Town waste man, waste youth. But hold on, check this.
Wait, what book are we talking about?
Ma'am, 10,000 Black Feathers. Are you okay?
Well, you called our main character a waste man, waste you. And she's just a
Yo.
poor innocent girl who was in foster care.
I tell you why she's a waste youth. Not only did she from B-Town originally, she moved from B-Town to Hamilton, to H-Town, to the Hammer. And for those who are in the know, Hamilton and B-Town, they're the two armpit cities of Ontario. And Chill has it correct, a bucket. She's
So
a
then why do
bucket.
why do your friends call you the Brampton Bumpkin? I saw that on your Facebook page and I didn't get that reference. Why do they all call you that?
So, anywho, yes, Elwood would be correct. Jeff Lemire is from Ontario. And if you read any of his books, for us Canadians, for us folks from the GTA, he's always sprinkling in cities from Ontario, right? What was his last book was set? May's book was actually set in Toronto, right? Pretty cool. And then he's got, of course, what's his one of his first ones, his earliest ones. Al, you remember? What's the name of that book? I'm not here. No, you gonna leave me hanging on the air?
Yep.
Live like
Hanging and dangling.
that? Hanging and dangling.
Dangling.
Oh,
You said Primordial takes place in Toronto too, right? Space? Toronto, the space of Toronto?
Primordial?
I'm just kidding.
Stop playing. Yeah. Elwood, Windsor's not. Windsor's directly across from Detroit. It's all right. I wouldn't call it the armpit, but Brampton and Hamilton. I apologize to any viewers who are from those cities. I didn't mean it. Yeah.
I feel like the armpit you can kind of turn anything into an armpit, wherever you live.
Yeah.
The odor. Yeah.
But yeah, we took it a little left there. Good morning, Cookie. What's going on? Thank you for joining us, Cookie. Sincere congratulations on achieving your final form with that Mexican pizza from Taco Bell.
For which I couldn't help but notice that maybe they didn't put all the toppings on hers that should be on it. Not to say that I get them so often that I know, but I feel like there was some greenery missing on yours.
Well, hold on now. I think we got a hint here. Fabian, he's asking us for us to apologize on behalf of Alberta. Perhaps a hint from where the big homie's from? No?
Actually, Fabian is me. This is my side account.
That's your burner account.
This is my burner account. I make it to just argue and tell people my name is Fabian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You look like a Fabian.
Yeah.
You look like a Fabian. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
But back to Cookies.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to have green. And see, I didn't know if you just asked for them not to be on, but I feel like it really brightens up the bite. But it's so funny because I saw she got one, and then when my husband got home from work, he surprised me with one, and I said, "Uh-oh, are we synchronized?"
Ooh. Or you just biting that swag, you're riding that wave.
No, he really did just surprise me with one because they're back. and it was so funny too because maybe an hour after I ate it, I was done with life. I was ready to give it all away. I was ready to go to the hospital, get admitted. The pain I felt. Will I get it again? Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know if they have it in Canada, the Mexican pizza, but I'm gonna check.
They just brought it back and it's
Yeah.
permanent, so
Okay.
it might make its way
I'm
up
gonna check it
there.
out. I'm gonna check it out. Yep. It's been a minute since I've had a good case of the scoots. So they gotta do a cleanse. Gotta
Yeah.
do a cleanse, if you will. But folks, we're here to talk comics. 10,000 Black Feathers #1 from Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, lettered by Dave Stewart. This is part of their horrorverse that they've created, which includes the Bone Orchard
Actually, it's
Mythos.
colored by Dave Stewart and lettered by Steve
Oh,
Wands.
apologies. Thank you, Al. Color by
I accept my punishment after the show for correcting you live.
Oh yeah, yeah. We don't. You know better than that, but it's okay. We'll play it off.
Manny.
Why were you saying like that? You got so excited. Ooh,
Manny.
she's been like private chatting me. Where's Manny coming in? Oh, where's Manny? He's not here yet. I know.
You told me you were gonna ban him.
Speaking of feathers, tickles your feathers a little bit. 10,000 Black Feathers. Yes. Set in the universe that these creators are creating. Which includes the Bone Orchard Mythos, Free Comic Book Day.
Say Mythos again.
Mythos. What is the graphic novel that they released a couple months back? Al? As part of this universe. Anybody in the lab?
The Passageway, I think.
The Passageway. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
So this.
And for what? He said your gains are higher than his. He can't have that on the channel.
So what is 10,000 Black Feathers about?
It's about one more feather than 9,999 black feathers. And so you have a lady named Trish, who's a struggling writer, returning to her hometown because she's hearing voices. And these voices might potentially be tied to this super freaking meta book series thing that she started working on when she was a little girl, when she was a foster kid, fresh out of Brampton to downtown Hamilton. And she meets this girl, Jackie, and her mom Terry. And Jackie's kind of like a latchkey kid, so she kind of has free reign. And so she goes over there and they discuss, working on this project together. But something bad happened to Jackie, and we know that because it's the first 2 pages of the book.
Is it just me, or is your audio is coming in really, really choppy?
I think it's just you. How would you know?
Folks at home, is it just me? Is it mine? It's her. You're sounding like a robot. Oh, broken.
I am a robot.
All this we know.
Is it because the mic was too far away from me?
I don't know, but you were sounding funny there. Could be just me. Could be just me.
Maybe my voice was shaking because I was scared. So yeah, we know that Jackie is. Thank you, Fabian. I'm telling myself everything's okay. Sounds fine.
Just me. Okay. Apologies for interrupting.
Do you see? I just get bullied. You just wanted an excuse to call me robotic, feelingless, emotionless.
Hey.
So Jackie, something bad happened to Jackie, and we know that in the first 2 pages. And then I just included this because B-Town. But yeah, this is like one of the flashback scenes, which I love the coloring in this book because like the flashback scenes are very vibrant, very bright, I feel like the art is a lot tighter. And then if you look closely on this page, Easter eggs abound.
Yeah, so you mentioned that there were Easter eggs that tied into the Passageway and the Bone Orchard Mythos. So
yeah, there's like beers around Jackie's house that are called Lighthouse beer, and they have like the lighthouse from the Passageway on them. And then on this page, this mask That's the same face from the Prelude.
Is it? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then you have the lighthouse even on this left page, and then you have the 10 chapter 4 10,000, and then it's like scratched out and stuff.
Oh, okay. I see. I
So
see.
again, they said you can read this out of order or in any order, but it's really cool to have read the first two pieces from this world and to see like little stuff like this because it's just so meta, and especially at this point in the story, just because it's kind of depressing. The story is depressing because she comes back to town and she's staying at Jackie's home, but obviously Jackie is no longer around and hasn't been for a while.
Mhm.
And so
So
and
Jackie is her best friend there. If you want to go back, yeah, something's happened to her. We don't know what. And then Trish, I guess she's a struggling writer. She's come back to her hometown of Hamilton. Yeah. Um, you mentioned the color palette here. Yeah, so massive. You can see two completely different styles here, eh? Massive switch in the art. Which so these are the flashback scenes. This vibrant, colorful. It's I guess you could say a little cleaner. The heavy inking is gone as opposed to this. Yo, what's going on, Steve? My man. So
oh, speaking of Steve, did you see the other day? It was like the 30th or something anniversary of your favorite song. I
no.
meant to clip it to, was it Rapper's Delight you sang for us?
Hmm.
Was that the song you sang for us that one show with Steve?
Oh, and the hip hop stuff. That
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I saw this thing on Twitter that was like, it's like the 30th or like 25th anniversary of Rapper's Delight, and I started screaming. I said I need to retweet
Oh
this.
no, Rapper's Delight is like almost 40 years old. So
Okay, well I don't look at numbers.
yeah,
I
get
just
your
saw that
facts.
it was
Get
the
your facts. Get your
anniversary.
facts straight and don't interrupt the comic book talk. Thank you, ma'am. Uh,
How do I
yo,
mute you?
no, but I enjoyed that switch in the color style, or in the art style. So flashback scenes, you got, you know, this rich and vibrant.
And I'll say this about Sorrentino's art: it's refreshing to see artists who could draw people of color without making them look crazy.
You
So
mean
I
like
really,
too much like a caricature?
yes. So
Yeah.
it was really nice to see this little black girl look like a little black girl, because sometimes, or a little brown girl, because it's like frustrating sometimes the way some of these characters we look at in some of these books. So it was really nice to see that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. One of the I mean, Sorrentino. Listen, he's an amazing artist. You know, I mean, like, look at his stuff. But what I like about the change in the style is that it really, so when you go to the present time and you got the darker tones and the heavy inks, it really kind of accentuates that mood he's trying to, that ominous,
Mhm.
like something ain't right, and then you've got this voice talking to her. We don't know what it is. I thought this was great, much like the free comic book day Bone Orchard Mythos, just a masterclass in setting the mood. Like these guys, when they come together, Lemire and Sorrentino, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope stuff. Yeah. How about that single mom? Yo, I feel
Terry,
I
what
feel
was
like
it?
I feel like Lemire's definitely spent some time in Hamilton. He nailed the Hamilton uh,
Oh, not you stereotyping. Yeah,
to a
Terry. Her
T,
name was Terry
to a
Black.
T, to a T, and her name's Terry, no less. Oh man, yeah, yeah. Hey, did you catch that Dark Tower reference?
It was, yeah, I did catch it because it was the dialogue.
I've never read the Dark Tower. Is it that good?
Yeah, my very first Stephen King book, I was 10 and I read The Drawing of the Three. So I read it out of order. But that
Okay.
was my introduction to Stephen King, was the Dark Tower series.
You think I'd be into it? Like if I read it now, is it like more?
There's a lot of words in it, so I don't know
Ooh,
if you can. I know right now you're
it's not a picture book.
yeah, no, if you give a Surge a cookie, that's what you No, I think you could be into it. You know, it's more fantasy than um,
Yeah.
most of his other stuff. Yeah. So I don't know if you're into that.
Manny's saying, read the Dark Tower series now, man. What are you doing?
Oh, and then Justin, who is in the chat sometimes, he put me onto the audiobook. He told me to listen to the audiobook, and
Okay.
it's fantastic.
Of the Dark Tower you're talking about?
Yeah. The narration on it is
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I might do that then.
Get you a free Audible credit
Because
and
I always find it interesting when you're reading books and writers, they have references to other literature, other material. And the character in the book, when she's talking about this Dark Tower, what is she, something along like it's a masterpiece or it's a classic or something like that,
Mhm.
right? So a little bit into the mind of Jeff, obviously he's got a high opinion on the book. So I'm like, oh shit, he's saying
well, even the book
maybe I
she's
should check
reading,
it out.
even the book she's reading,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the one, the A Wizard of Earthsea, that's like an actual book too. And Ursula is the actual writer of the book too. So like, there's a
Oh,
lot of there's and she writes like science fiction, speculative fiction,
okay. I'm not familiar, but
fantasy,
okay. Yeah.
and so like there's a lot of references to like older. So I kind of got the vibes this didn't take place modern day because
This book.
I felt like the flashback scenes felt very 90s,
Okay. Well,
especially
I
with the
mean,
mom and the hat and the fashion and stuff. I felt like this is very much not present.
well, yeah. I mean, it's a flashback scene. They're younger, so it'd have to be like.
No, but I didn't like, I don't know how old I thought she was supposed to be in
Mm.
present time, so I wasn't sure
Oh, I see what you're
the
saying.
time jump. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Is this book a cop or a drop for you?
It's a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy cop, folks. It's a no brainer, and really,
Joe,
Raggedy Joe,
party
what's going on?
party. Look,
Thanks for joining us. Good morning. Good morning,
yes,
everybody.
the flashback scenes, like the books that she kind of referenced, it gave like, it kind of reminded me of like all of those like older, books that smell.
Mm-hmm.
And because she's in foster care, that escapism, and I imagine that she only had access to older books.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed this one. Easy read, eh? I feel like it's just me. It was a really quick read.
yeah, it was relatively,
I felt like I banged this out in like, you know, no
you
time.
banged it out. Yeah, like usual, real quick.
245 saying he can't wait to read this. Oh, you're gonna enjoy it, buddy. Yeah, if you enjoy any other of Lemire and Sorrentino stuff, I think
And I
Manny
think that's my only
Gideon Fall.
drawback of this is that with like the passageway, we got it all at once,
Hmm.
and then with the prelude, it's like one and done.
Hmm.
And so for this one, we have to wait for the next issue. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say this much. So now I'm gonna go back and read the passageway. Really, really kind of now invested to to get as much, soak up as much of this universe that they're creating. Um, definitely. I missed that comment there. What was that?
Was
Uh,
a quick
from
and
Noggin
dirty.
Comics. Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Yes, it was a quick read. A good read though. Did enjoy it for sure, for sure. Um, mhm. Elwood is saying Lemire and Sorrentino are the Brubaker Phillips. Uh, oh no. I
It's
missed
okay.
the comment. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a cop for us for sure. I think we're on the same page, Al. Uh, yeah.
And
How many
whose pitch
times
was
are you looking at
this?
them? Whose pitch was this?
Mine. Okay, so another win. It's a cop. Another notch on the belt.
It's okay. Hey, I like reading good books. I'm not petty like you.
I like to read good books, and I'm petty.
Oh, this we know. You've yet to level up, ma'am.
I refuse. I know my lane and I stay in it.
Okay. Hey. Okay. All right. Oh, that. Man, listen. I just one last thing on this. The way they end it, man. They really know how to just kind of hook and reel you in, eh?
Yeah, they could have ended it on this page, and I would have been like, "What?"
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I actually thought I was like, shit.
Yeah, I thought this was the last
ending.
page when I
Yeah.
first read it.
Yeah. Good stuff, folks. Check it out. 10,000 Black Feathers. Lemire Sorrentino, Dave Stewart, Steve Wines. Excellent. Let's keep it moving, Elle. Are we going to do our pitches now?
Yep, you're up first.
Ooh, I'm up first. So, folks, for those who are just joining us and who might be new to the show, second half of Copper Drop, myself and Elle, we each pick you a upcoming new release. We pitch it to you. You guys get to vote on what we read and what we're discussing on next Sunday's episode. My pitch to you, my pick, Creep Show #1. Creep Show is back, baby. Tales of suspense and horror. This one is written by Paul Dini. Looks like there's some co-writing credits on here. Steve Langford.
Because it's two stories in one.
Oh, is it another double feature?
Oh, this is your location.
Another double feature. It seems like the double features are like. So what did we read last week? Shock Shop double feature, Creep Show double feature, Nightfall from Vault coming out double feature. Hey, it's spooky season, man.
And this is the Burnham and the Potter covers.
So, Creep Show, the synopsis, the premise in the debut issue, Chris Burnham terrifies with a tale of trick-or-treaters who are taught what happens when you mess with the wrong house. Pretty straightforward. Then in the second story, legendary Batman, the animated series creator Paul Dini, petrify with the party antics of Shingle, the birthday clown with an appetite for more than cake. Each issue of Creepshow will feature different creative teams with uniquely horrifying standalone series. This one's from Image Comics. It's spooky season. I think it's fitting. That's pretty straightforward, pretty easy, man. If you guys are familiar with Creepshow, I think you guys know what to expect. I'm looking forward to this. And look, we got in that panel down there. Is that supposed to be Marty McFly?
That looks like the hot dog looks like you.
Marty McFly. We'll book it. Nice little Easter egg in there. You know, he's wearing his life preserver.
One Shot. Also, shout out to One Shot. I did receive the book you sent me. I'm obsessed with it. But the thing is, I forgot that you had sent anything. So the way I just checked my mail, but it was fine. It hasn't been raining out here, so like everything was cool.
Oh, did One Shot send you some?
Mm-hmm.
All right, very nice. Shout out to One Shot Comics. Yes, thank you for joining us. Good morning, my man. Always a pleasure to have you hanging out with us. Yeah, Creep Show #1. That's my pitch. I feel like you guys are gonna dig it, enjoy it. Perfect for the spooky season. Elle, what are you going with?
Stuff of Nightmares, #1 by R.L. Stine, A.L. Kaplan, Roman Titov, if you will. These are the Francavilla and the Frizzen covers. Chef's kiss.
I got that Francavilla cover on the left on pre-order, baby.
And then we have the if you want to set the poll up while I'm doing this.
Don't watch that, yo.
And this is the Bjorn cover and the Mercado, which I'm obsessed with. And I think the Mercado is 1 in 10. And I already informed Sergio that if he doesn't come through as the plug for these Mercado covers moving forward, leaving the show as well.
About that time, bro.
It's about time.
You ain't getting it.
And so this is R.L. Stine's first creator-owned single or series, and it's a reimagining of familiar tales And this one is about two demented brothers that have created something else entirely. The art is by the person who did Ma and Jim Henson's Storyteller, which I'm obsessed with the art in Ma. If any of you guys read Ma, and yeah, I think it's cool. Like they said it's like they recommended it for fans of Fear Street and EC Comics. This is his first adult horror title or comic book, not book in general, but comic book. And there's some glow in the dark covers, and then there's also some even from the original. There's some covers by the guy who did the Goosebump covers.
Yeah, the original Goosebumps cover, pretty cool, eh? Yeah. Hey, this takes me back. Real talk. I mean, if you guys choose to vote for stuff, I mean, I got this on pre-order. I'm excited to get my I grew up on Goosebumps. Like I was a massive Goose. I had like the whole collection, like stacks. Remember they came in like the cases. Like there was even like specialized little mini shelves to store them. Yeah, the scholastic days. It takes me back to the book fair. I gotta vote against it just because we agree too much on Twitter. Oh, okay.
Not me being too good at my job.
It's strategic. I like a nice strategic vote. Appreciate your vote there, Raggedy Joe. But yeah, man, I think you guys, I think whether it's Stuff or Nightmares or Creepshow, we winning, baby. We winning. We brought the heat this week. Yeah, so the poll is up. Yeah, Creepshow, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. We got some other fans of Creepshow in here. Where did I see that? Yeah, Noggin Comics is saying he can't wait for Creepshow. Elwood, yes, Creepshow's always like little vignettes, if you will, little stories. Yeah, man, looking forward to it. But whichever way you guys vote, man, we're excited. So vote, and then at the end of the show, we'll come back to the poll results, and we'll see what we're reading, what we're discussing on next week's episode.
Just real quick, in line with Creepshow and stuff like that, I have like this core childhood memory of like watching a movie a lot or a TV show a lot, and there was like some lady eating custard and it was like coming out of her neck. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, because I feel like that's a thing. Like it was in something. That doesn't sound familiar to you?
You want to say that one more time?
She was eating like custard or pudding and it would like come out of her neck.
Oh. Can't say I'm familiar. Like what era we on? Like 80s, 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like something 90s? Like Creepshow or like horror adjacent. Something like that. Like I feel like I just have this memory in my head of it. I can even see like the setting.
About, Tales from the Crypt?
That's what I'm saying. Like I just can't remember what it's from specifically.
Okay. Sounds tasty though.
Yeah, that's how you like to eat your custard, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Straight out the gizzard. He's flipping the pages, huh?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. You know where you gotta go on? You gotta go on Reddit. Tip of my tongue. They'll be able to figure that shit out, man. Yo.
You're on there a lot.
Always. Folks, indie spotlight, man. Hey, we are excited to talk some indie books. I believe every single one of these self-published, man, creators doing it on their own, super talented guys. We decided to go some, not your typical like, Vault Indie or Ani Press or something like that. Just, on the self-published or Kickstarter tip. You guys might not be familiar, but we feel like, hey, these are great books. We feel like you're gonna enjoy it. Let's talk about these books.
Yes, it was Dead Alive, and it was eggs, not pudding.
Oh, there you go. Figured it out.
Why my dad had us watching that regularly when I was growing up, couldn't tell you, but yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
The live chat's coming.
Yes.
Coming
I'm
through.
about to buy it right
clutch. You better. Who was that? 2 for a $5?
Oh.
borderless panels, I believe, right? Hey, you better send them an act of kindness. Send them a freebie in the mail, because you know that would have been bugging you for days. Uh,
Speaking of freebies, you said you're giving away 75 issues for 75th episode.
Not too much. Richard Morgan, yes, self-published. This is the way. And nothing but respect to these creators who do everything on that self-published tip. It can't be easy, man. You know, write, draw, print. You got to promote the book, man. All that stuff. Nothing but respect to you guys. So yes, we're excited. We're talking some indie joints. Oh, what is the first book? Um, first book on
First
the
book,
menu.
you
So
want
to
to
speak.
kick it off with?
What are we kicking off with? Uh, Black Fist and Brown Hand. Yes, Black Fist and Brown Hand. This is written by Johnny Parker II. Art by Luis Calderon. This is published by Needle Comics, which I believe is Johnny Parker's self-published imprint. So I came across this randomly on Twitter. I came across some like interior pages, I think on his page, and I was like, listen, this looks funny. This looks joke. This looks right up my alley. Yes, Richard, the book looks way cool. The book is like stupid jokes. So it's a black and brown exploitation comedy that subverts and deconstructs the racial stereotypes, the ridiculous racial stereotypes that surround us every day. Set in Spanish Harlem, I would compare it to you wanna written in the style and the vein. Think the Boondocks meets South Park with a dash with a healthy dose of some Latino spice mixed in there. Make
Very
that
much
joint.
black exploitation.
Very much, yeah, that absolutely. So one thing I could say, listen, folks, um, you gotta have a sense of humor for this one, you know, and for my black and brown gente, my peoples, listen, you gotta be able to laugh at ourselves on this one, because it pokes fun, it mocks, those stereotypes.
And for the majorities, not the minorities, don't laugh too hard, or I'm gonna be looking at you.
Yeah, yeah, don't laugh too much.
Don't laugh
Don't laugh
too
too hard.
hard, because then I'm gonna be narrowing my eyes at you.
You laughing with us, not at us. Thank you, gracias. I appreciate that. you
De
know.
nada, mi
Uh,
amigo.
so listen, like, real time. I can say like I feel, Latino, black, they'll appreciate it, you know. But really, like, man, if you got a sense of humor and you can laugh with us, this is for everybody. So fun, super duper ridiculous book here. Not to be taken, too seriously, too tough. One thing I can say, like, I don't know about you, Al, but me, like, I was legit. I'll tell you this, folks. This legit had me laughing out loud, like knee slapping type shit. Think you're
Not
watching
knee
a
slapping.
comedy. I was like, yo,
He was over here. Yuck, yuck,
you.
yuck.
Oh man. But I was like, yo, I felt like I was at a comedy special, man.
Sergio, we have a first timer.
We do?
CRG comics are great from Instagram. If you want to make the sound,
You embarrass me in front of the new company now.
absolutely.
Good morning, comics are great. Yes, thank you so much for coming to hang out, man. Yeah, first timer, we appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the show. We're talking indie comics. So yes, Black Fist, Brown Hand, uh, exploitation comedy that deconstructs racial and subverts racial stereotypes. Al, what are your thoughts on this? On
I
this
thought
book, man?
this first issue was hilarious. I love the idea that am I echoing? I love the idea that the zoo segregated itself, and the zebras lost their stripes, so now they're just like bougie white ponies. I
But
thought it was.
what is the premise though? Why did they lose? Like, what's going on?
What is the premise?
So you got Black Fist
Uh huh.
seen here. He's he talks in rhyme. He's a barber, and then you've got Brown Hand, our Latino main character, whose superpowers are activated when he says, where's that slide? When he says goal, goal. His superpowers are activated. Now, I'll say this much. I was taken out a little bit, suspension of disbelief. It should have been golazo. So that's my only critique on the book. It should have been golazo. But other than that, man. So you got those two. You got Blackfist, Brown Hen, superpower duo. You got the main villain by a name of, now check this, Paleface. The supervillain's name is Paleface, and he's trying to remove all the black and the brown from the world. He's trying to, in his words, purify the world. So you can kind of see where this is going, and you can see
I
from
love that they he said that they lost their instinctual rhythm.
folks. There's so many like gems, these one-liners and things like that that's in this book that I promise you, man, you guys are gonna be laughing. Yeah, like what did he say? The zebras have lost their stripes, making them white ponies. They've become snooty and have segregated themselves in a gated community. The giraffes and tigers have all become all yellow, and now the gorillas chase them around thinking they're giant bananas. Shit. But this one here, the panthers and ravens have turned entirely white. They lost their instinctual rhythm. They keep falling out of the trees. Just shit like that. I honestly, I was in stitches, man. I read this and I hit up Johnny right away. I said, "Listen, buddy, this is some funny stuff." Pretty straightforward, easy to read, man. Uh, issue 2. I think we got here. Do we got any slides from issue 2? Al? Oh, so there's your main villain from issue 1, Paleface. He's got a portrait of James Vanderbeek. Where's he from, Mel?
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek, thank you. James Vanderbeek is like,
For which James Vanderbeek is actually pretty funny IRL, but have you I only got to the college years and then I had to stop watching. I'm like, Dawson, remove yourself from the situation and your friends will be set for life. Dawson was the worst person in television history, possibly.
I don't know. Chill hit the nail on the head. He's losing his mind. He's losing his mind over the Little Mermaid trailer. Hey, 100% he would be. Paleface of classic lines like 𝐬𝐻𝐸𝐿𝐿, son of a biscuit. Are you familiar with any of those?
No, what's so crazy? I was about to say, are you saying his catchphrases or yours?
Son of a biscuit. Yo, 𝐬𝐻𝐸𝐿𝐿. But how hilarious are the superpowers for these guys, Black Fist and Brown Hen? I won't even I won't spoil that. I don't want to say too much because really, I just want you guys to go out, pick this up, and kind of experience it and have a good laugh, man. Because we need that. And
the digitals are available at johnnyp313.gumroad.com.
Yes, issue number 1 is only $1, folks. Only $1. You can't go wrong. Go and check it out. You're gonna have a laugh. You dig it, then pick up issue 2. Um, yeah, man, support these dope creators, and comics are great with a great comment here. People have to remember that comics are supposed to be entertaining and not to be taken seriously, but can have a serious message for sure. And I think that's exactly what Johnny Parker's trying to do with this, right? Clearly having fun with you know deconstructing these stereotypes that are prevalent in society, right? Um, and then just quickly, issue two, uh, yeah, the secret of the horchata. So I mean, you know, just stuff like this, folks. I mean,
Controversial, but I cannot stand the texture of
of
horchata.
say word. That's
I
the
don't
best
I
part.
don't like the
Anyways,
texture of it. It like
oh my god,
ugh. Ugh.
where are my Latinos in the chat,
But
man?
you know what? I don't like rice pudding either. Like and like tapioca and stuff. It's like a texture thing for me. I don't like. I can't even drink boba because I don't like it. I don't like little things in my drinks unless it's mint
I don't either. I
and
don't like
lime.
those. What do they call it? Bubble teas or whatever.
Yeah, boba.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's bubble tea. Same thing.
bubble teas.
Just
So quickly, I don't want to spoil issue two too much. Check it out for yourselves, folks. Uh, it features an always drunk tequila worm that you can see there on the right. And the premise is basically you've got this horchata making company. They've come up with a new flavor that they think is going to unite the world, and then you've got an evil fast food conglomerate to stop him. Funny, silly shit, super funny. Yes. Any final thoughts on this one, El?
well, not to correct you twice in one episode,
Oh, mhm.
but yeah, we'll talk about it after the show.
Well, okay. Well then, what, Manny, you don't like? Listen, bro. First of all, you didn't know that the 15th was Independence Day. Yo, fam, what's going on, bro? Uh, Kevin Miller coming through with the logic. Chata ain't never done me wrong, 100%.
I could do horchata flavored stuff like rum chata and stuff. I just can't do like the fresh.
I've never done a rum chata.
Yeah,
That dope? That good? Is it tasty?
it tastes. It's just like cinnamon. I just like that. I like cinnamon flavored stuff. I just don't like the texture of fresh.
You like it. You go smooth. Done
Yeah,
yeah.
real smooth. Chia
Real-
seeds though. I don't like chia. When people put like chia in their acai bowls and stuff. No, thank you.
Manny, I want to see on the socials. Put on your jersey, bro. Put on that ES jersey one time for the culture. You know,
Ruben, I like
figure drawing. Yes, I should
horchata,
point
but
it
not
out
menudo.
that Johnny Parker is a black writer.
It would have been funnier just to let people assume he
No,
was.
I think that's important. There you go.
Well,
There's
I
the
mean,
people
yeah,
who-
that's you led with the his picture.
yeah, yeah. I think that's important to know.
Chillmonger, pumpkin is greater than cinnamon. Uh, chill. That you know what? Let's do 33 questions on pumpkin
Chill. I
pumpkin spice.
spoke to you yesterday on your live stream about this. Better
I
stop
like
that basement.
horchata, but not menudo. I love menudo. I grew up eating menudo and pozole.
Oh, so just a little bit about Johnny. He sent us. I didn't get the chance to check it out, but he's also got another. He's got a forthcoming graphic novel, "The Black Man's Guide to Getting Pulled Over," and he calls it a story that satirically explores systemic racism and police harassment in an effort to find a solution to the problem. I'm looking forward to checking that out. I didn't have time to get to it for today's episode, but I'm sure we're going to talk on it in a future episode. Go check out his stuff, folks. Support these dope indie creators. Elle, what's next, baby? What's next? Oh, there we go. Starburn. Yes. Well, let me consult my notes. Where we at? Where we at? Starburn is written, illustrated, self-published again, all in one by 𝐬𝐭𝐚 Mastic. 𝐬𝐭𝐚 Mastic. You can check him out at Instagram at 𝐬𝐿Tron, or at Twitter at 𝐬𝐭𝐚 Mastic. Starburn. Did you want to kick this one off, Elle? I feel like I'm doing all the time here.
That's because this is
Say it.
I'm a robot.
Mm.
Starburn, it's what would you say? It's like a future noir, but with robots as your newborn per se, your Starburn, your PI, your detective.
I like that. Yes, a Starburn is a pulpy, sci-fi noir-esque murder mystery. Our main character is a robot by the name of Detective Xander. They live in a future. I guess they live in a colony out in space, set in the future. There's a murder. The ex-mayor of the city that they're living in is found murdered. Detective Xander is called on the case, and basically, if they don't figure out who's responsible for this murder, there's like an overseer committee that's threatening to take away their sovereignty. So they got to figure out shit real quick. Otherwise, they're gonna lose like all their freedoms and stuff like that. But what drew me to this comic right off the bat, if you guys are regular to the show, I love this color palette, man. I'm a sucker for the sci-fi, the pinks and the purples and the neons and all that stuff. So I saw this, man. I said, "Whoa, this looks great." Yeah, right out. I had a lot of fun with this one.
It's very much on brand for you. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more fun visually than I would have expected for something you recommended, but palette and like the cosmic wise, absolutely on brand for you. Story is on brand for you. The story is like, you've seen this story before, but it's really cool to see it set in this setting with AI being one of the, like, instead of him being like a drunk who has some lascivious past with women. It's just like his crutch is him being our AI, and just because he's not human, does he not matter? And it's like, no, I'm about to take your battery out, shush. And so he's like, he keeps digging, and he keeps getting warnings like, stop digging, and he's just like, but I have to know. And is that his fault, or is that faulty AI? So it's interesting exploring that in this story.
Yeah, I like that. I like that theme. Like his you see his chief there, the mustached, slightly overweight gentleman there. He's basically, so Xander, he really wants
That's
to
a little presumptuous, because this is a different world, different colony. So he could be in shape for where they're at.
No, you're absolutely correct. This is a sci-fi. Yes, an assumption on my part.
Sorry. Yeah.
This is a space colony. We don't know the effects of gravity.
Yeah.
It could be he can be in top tier shape.
Optimized shape. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're correct, ma'am. Apologies on that move.
The gentleman on the ground could be the one that's like
misspoke clearly. But I love it because
got stretched out.
Yeah, you got Detective Xander, this robot. He wants to do his job. He wants to get to the bottom of this murder, this crime. And then you've got these things of, well, like, the chief is like, what do you care? You're just a robot, right? So like that underlying, almost like that Blade Runner esque theme. What makes us human, what makes sentient life, all that good stuff.
And I think this is like one of the first pages, right? Or when he walks past this billboard, when I was reading it, I can't tell you how uncomfortable this picture makes me. Love forever. And I don't want to be speciesist or alienist or anything, but it's giving creep vibes. They look so creepy.
Is the poster unsettling?
Yeah, he's like smelling the inside of her ear, and she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Smell
you want to get a tongue in there too.
If they have tongues.
Something like that.
Look at how long her fingers are too.
Oh yeah, freaky alien.
Love forever.
Oh man. Yeah, what we got here? Creepatron. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got like slight Fifth Element vibes. I think more so aesthetically, right? Which one of the things that I enjoyed about this book, you kind of really, you get a feel and a sense, both
Long.
through the storytelling and really with the art that this world that Colton is creating, right? Which I really I dig. I enjoyed that. Yeah, you just
And I love the mask. I love the aesthetic on like the little guy chasing him.
mhm.
I just think,
A mysterious villain.
yeah, he's a cute little guy, huh? With his little mask. A cute little one.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think he sounds like? What's his voice?
It's probably something like somebody from the 416.
Yeah, that's just.
Hey guys, it's me. It's me.
Give him one.
What'd you say?
Was
Does
that?
it keep it going?
Tag much. Alien Nation vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, you know what? I'm vaguely familiar. That's that 90s show, right?
That was like a movie in the 80s, and then
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, man, it's been a long time since I've seen that, to be honest. But yeah, from what I recall, yeah, some I can see that. I can see
that's
that.
another movie and series that I was subjected to.
Yeah, Alien Nation.
Did you see the trailer for the new Quantum Leap?
Well, hold that thought, because that's
Well, it's adjacent in terms of space.
trash.
It's
Garbage.
space-time continuum.
Keep it 100. I don't wanna see that caca.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna watch it because I feel obligated to, but
and it's an NBC show. No, I'm not trying to watch that.
you know what? I just started rewatching Sliders from the beginning. How come the first like 5 episodes of the first season is actually stuff that's happening right now? It was kind of chilling how much it was like. There's like a pandemic one. There's like the
Science fiction becomes fiction, man. We live in it every day, man. We live in it every day. But yeah, so this one, folks, definitely recommend Starburn. Check it out. Again, a sci-fi murder mystery noir-esque book with a healthy dose of humor mixed in, some cool stuff. Did a cool car chase scene. The creator Colton had some nice little effects with like the panel boxes and stuff, when he's transitioning into the VR world from issue 1 there. Fun.
What would your VR world be? Because I was expecting something a lot more seedier. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot more risque in his world.
Same, to be honest.
It was just at level where I was like, okay, I respect this. It's a little sexy, but it's not like overtly. Yeah. He just wants to be treated like a god.
That's it. He just wants to be OP in his own fantasy world.
No pants.
But check it out, folks. Coltron.com. That's his shop. And issue 1. Issue 1 is free. You can't go wrong. There's no risk. Check it out, man. I feel like you guys are gonna dig it. Enjoy it. It's nice to look at, man. And then issue 2 and 3 are also available. Colton, a little bit about him. He's a Chicago comic artist and illustrator. And if we got any creators watching, he's available for cover work, man. Hit him up, check him out. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. That's his IG and his Twitter, man. Fun stuff. You cannot go wrong. Oh, what's next? What's next?
What's next? Where do you want to go with here?
Advice? What's coming up next? No?
Which one? Whichever?
Yeah, man. Halloween boy. Halloween boy. You know what? Let's yeah. Here. Where's the Blam and Glam? Boom, let's do that. Blam and Glam.
Okay, see, here's the thing, Overseer. See, now, if you wanted me to go in order of the banners versus the slides, that's all you had to say. Don't tell me whichever, and then when I put one up, house divided. The foundation is cracking, good sir.
Okay. Oh, we got the big homie Kevin is from Chicago, and nothing but respect for Chicago. You guys got the deep dish, birthplace of house music, forever in debt to the city of Chicago, man. Yeah, check them out.
You guys got the deep dish
The deep
in
dish,
music.
house music. Hey, it's dope things, yo. Dope things. I appreciate that.
So
Just because you're not cultured and you don't like house
you
music.
guys have the pizza?
Uncultured, yo, is what you are. Blam and Glam. Blam and Glam from the big homie Richard Morgan. Another self-published joint. He's the writer, artist, letterer. He's doing it all with this one, man. And these books all released through his Kickstarter campaigns. Issue 1 through 4 out now, and issue number 5 will be launched very, very soon. And I got some I want to tell you guys about that in just a second, but I'm going to hold that thought. So issue number 1 opens up. You've got this mysterious woman who has a super dope. I love her character's design. Sexy. She wakes up in the middle of this kind of post-apocalyptic world, a pandemic, or in this case, a what do they call it? Demonic. Yeah, a pandemonic, which is pretty cool. All these crazy monsters have inhabited this world, but she wakes up, she has no recollection or memory of who she is or anything like that. But she wakes up and she got a badass set of fighting skills.
That's my favorite part of the series is that waking up sequence, and she's like, "What am I wearing?"
Right off the bat, she recognized, and I think that's a little bit of just kind of self-awareness on the book's part. Like, hey, she's like, well, why am I like in like stripper boots and heels and she wakes up rocking a thong, which I love. Bless, chef kiss.
Bless.
Chef kiss. I love the artistic choice there. But yeah, man, no memory, dope set of fighting skills. To be fully transparent, I only read issue number 1, but fully enjoyed it. I really enjoy the painted art on this book. I gotta say, and if Richard's still in the live chats, man, all props to you, man. The artwork here, really impressive, man. You can see, yeah, fantastic. And so I've only read issue 1, but yet to find you got a talking gun. Is that correct, though?
And purrs.
Piece there, her piece talks.
Yeah, it was in the first issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
They were like soulmates. they were destined for each other.
So great stuff, spectacular artwork. I'm very much looking forward to.
Oh, you said there's an Easter egg on this first one.
On which one? Oh, we got Richard here. So Richard here. Here is the writer, creator, artist. I keep waiting for people to spot the hidden Easter egg on the cover. Clue it's on her, and when people work it out, there could be big ramifications. Are we talking about issue one? These covers here, Rich?
Yeah, you said cover issue.
One issue. Hidden Easter egg, on the cover.
Something on her.
Ooh, something on her, eh? Ooh. Are you talking about those pasties on her and the nips there?
I was talking about the choker, but.
Or the tongue? I mean.
Is she
I don't know, but character design of the year. Character design of the year. That's all I know. Elle, you've actually read 1 through 4.
I'm actually in issue number 4.
Ooh, who's that? Ooh, that's the main villain, eh?
That's my forehead in there. Yep. So everybody see how ugly you are.
Ooh, that. Ooh, that. Ooh.
Oh, that's me. Richard was kind enough, and then he sent me
man.
this dope giant print of the page too, which I'm having framed professionally because, you know.
No, but that's super dope. So Al, why don't you let
well, without if you haven't read the series, it is about it's pretty cut to the point. It's about mech demons, mech monsters, and it's just I don't know. And you told me that yesterday, I think, or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying it was just you were kind of beating yourself. You didn't read it sooner.
Yeah,
it's just a really fun book. The
Mm-hmm.
dialogue is great. It's to the point. It's and the character designs, and that's what drew me to the series in the first place was the covers, and the art style is fantastic. And Richard can't say it enough. Gorgeous, the interiors. This page specifically.
all the interiors are all painted, if I understand correctly.
Are they hand painted or digital? That's what we meant to ask.
Oh, okay, Rich. If you can answer that, is it all hand painted interiors or digital? Because I've seen your processes online. I know a lot of the cover work is hand painted. I mean, truly impressive stuff here, folks. I mean, you can see Digital painted. Okay, you can see the artwork, man. Just from issue number 1, I was immediately drawn in, captivated. There's this mystery, and it grabs you hook, line, and sinker. And like Elle said, I made the comment.
I think he just added. He just. I don't want to speak on behalf of Richard, but I think he added me because I'm me.
Yeah. You're talking about drawing you in the book? No, I thought
Richard,
was one of the tiers.
Was
that not one of the Kickstarter tiers? That you could have yourself in there or something? Or?
You could.
But
it was one of the tiers.
It was one of the tiers. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So yeah, folks, definitely recommend checking out issue 1 through 4. Excuse me, out now. And we got a little bit of news. I think we can say I've been talking with Rich. So September 30th, which is not this Friday, the following, Richard is going to be launching issue number 5 of Blam and Glam, and we're going to be collabing with him on that. We're going to be hosting a Kickstarter launch party here on the House of Nerd, in the house with Richard Morgan, creator of Blam and Glam, to celebrate the launch of issue number 5. We're excited for that, man. So we hope you guys come hang out. It'll be again September the 30th, and I believe it's 5. what did you say? 5 p.m. No, sorry, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
12 p.m. 12 p.m. UK time.
12 a.m. or p.m.
12 a.m. UK time. The witching
Yeah.
hour.
So just for clarification, because I felt like Sergio undermined my my greatness here. It was a tier, but I was not a part of the tier backers. I was a part of the friends. I was a part of the friends. So don't.
But yes, Kevin Miller, it is awesome news, man. Yes, Kickstarter launch party here on the House of Nerd. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Richard dropping the details right there. Hey, 15 a.m. UK time. Jeez, Richard, late night.
And also, in case you guys didn't know, Sergio will be replicating these covers live drawing of Sergio, live painting.
How do that?
How you do that? No. I'm saying you're gonna do the art because you did such a great job with Ingrid's cover for Something Is Killing the Children that I feel like we need a live drawing, a live paint sesh here, so we can see what you're really working with. You know, to see the range. Yeah.
Okay. You know. Mm-hmm. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Richard dropping a little bit of info. Why is this not working? Giveaways for early backers. Boom. Some incentive. Check it out. We're gonna have lots of fun.
Tara's birthday weekend, so we know she's gonna be winning again. Tara, the most winningest participant of House of Nerd.
She wins every giveaway we have. Man, it's crazy. But yes, folks, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We got some stuff planned for us, some fun stuff. Elle's gonna be I was gonna be drinking. That's normal. Bring your drinks. Might be a little bit of celebration. But yeah, man, I'm very much looking forward to that Blam and Glam issue number 5 launch party here on the House of Nerd show with Richard Morgan. Gonna be lots of fun with that one. Anything else about this book? No,
it's dope.
We gotta say some stuff.
So you should. I'm assuming with the launch of 5, you'll be able to get the back issues as well. They're gorgeous books in person, in hand. And I think that's what I love so much about self-published. There's a lot of love and labor that goes into them, and with the ones who are their passion is genuine, you can absolutely tell. And this is one of those projects where even if it feels like it's not necessarily something you might be into, it's in hand, it's phenomenal. Like it's some of the most gorgeous books that I have in my collection.
Absolutely. And I think that's a great point, Al. I mean, with Blam and Glam, Richard's book, and really all these books that we're talking about today, I think the passion, the blood, sweat, and the tears just drips off these pages, which really, appreciate, what these creators are doing, man. Support these amazing indie creators. Got a lot to offer.
Yep, 1 through 5, all first editions. Yep.
Awesome. That's dope. Morgo Comics. There you go. Check out his website. And Rich, please feel free to drop the link to the previous Kickstarters or anything else in the chats.
And check out the Instagram because he threw up some art from number 5, some guest art covers. Chef's kiss.
Richard's Instagram?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can grab that link and drop it in the chats while you stall.
While I stall? Yeah. I never can stall. I just... We have a little.
There you go.
Okay. Now when I start to get warmed up.
Well, you gotta be quick with it. Oh, man, you gotta be quick with it. There you go. Check out his Instagram, folks. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were pulling up the.
Oh, you want me to share? You can share? If you want to do it. Are you doing it? Do I need to start?
You need to stop.
Huh?
Oh, now you have to be logged in. I'm not logged into.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing here?
Okay, and next.
Next.
Oh, so let's just wrap up these set of slides because these are just real quick mentions.
Oh, okay.
Hyper Aware, Jonathan Hedrick has a one shot dropping. With Deborah, I'm not even going to attempt. Diamond code AUG221838. This is from Source Point Press. It's I would say it's like a what are the tales that are cautionary? Are those fables or
A cautionary tale.
yeah?
Yeah.
So this is very much a futuristic adult fable, if you will. It's a one shot, quick to the point humor, and also a satisfying conclusion.
And this is from Jonathan Hedrick, yeah?
Yes, from the Recount, and he's been on the show a few times. Caffeinated Hearts. What's the other one called?
Caffeinated Hearts, which is an absolute gem. Yeah.
Reddit, tip of my tongue.
The Recount, you talking about?
I just said that, yeah, the Recount.
Another book?
Yeah, and I can see it in my head.
Oh, Capable.
Oh yes, Capable. Which is there's only a few days left, a couple days left to back that.
On his Kickstarter, for sure. Check it out, man.
You can catch up issues 1 through 5 on there.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's another Jonathan. He's another one who has phenomenal Kickstarter campaigns, and you get the books quick. Not to throw anybody under the bus, but there's a book coming out in November through Diamond, through Previews, and we recently got the ARC for it, and I got the ARC for it, and before I got my reward on Kickstarter for it over a year ago. So I think it's really, I feel kind of
that's wild.
I feel like what's the word? I feel kind of bad. I'm like, yeah, all these people waiting to read it, and I got the ARC through here and not because I backed it over a year ago. So it's
My ARC.
And so also Cover the Dead with Lime #2, which I think it came out either this week or last week. I think this week from Blood Moon.
This week.
Blood Moon Comics, and you can get the the digital copies of this if your shop isn't selling it from bloodmooncomicsllc.com, and they're only $1.99 on their website, and the PDF files are quality. I just felt a breeze. And this is just continuing the tale of the plague doctor who is also might have some trauma he's healing from. But not only is he a plague doctor, but he's also a zombie reckoner. Because the dead are coming back to life. And so this kind of explores that aspect of the story versus just the plague stuff like the first issue. So do recommend. I enjoy it.
Yeah, Cover the Dead with Lime.
And the smell. It looks, I love a book where the atmosphere feels so thick you could smell it. And I just know this smells bad.
Tastes good though. Zombie-esque, a twist on the zombie genre. Yeah. Set in the UK during the Black Plague?
Why does it have to be black?
Yeah. Racist.
You do see color.
Absolutely. I think they're set during like the 1800s or something like that. Check it out. Issue number 1 was cool. Yeah.
Ruben, what do you put in the beak? What's your scent of choice to ward off evil scents?
Little paprika.
You be sneezing.
That's how
I know what's in. I know you put cherries in your beak, huh? And then you.
Folks, the last book on our indie comic spotlight, Halloween Boy from Dave Baker. We had him on actually a couple months ago
Mhm.
to talk about Halloween Boy. So it is an adventure fantasy mashup. Takes heavy influence from those great adventure pulp books from the 30s. Think Halloween Boy, a mix of like Indiana Jones meets the Phantom, uh, meets like Willow. Some, definitely a healthy dose of fantasy mixed in there. So HB Halloween Boy is a demon slash warlock slash adventurer slash scientist archaeologist who will go to the ends of the earth to help and save those in need. Um, so on the surface, you've got this really pulpy adventure shenanigan type stuff, but Halloween Boy is so much more than that. Explores some really great themes. You've got this main character, Halloween Boy. Who is he? Mystery. He doesn't he doesn't know his own. I guess so. He was born,
Mhm.
and he lives in Hades Island that you can see there.
Mhm.
Raised by AI supercomputers. Never met his parents. Doesn't know where he came from, who he is really. So this book is really uh, he's in search of himself. In search of his past, who he is, where he comes from. He's a hero uh, who's got some trauma to him, right? Definitely, he's got some trauma. Maybe some abandonment issues. He's lonely. Pushes people away. Doesn't hasn't really let anybody close to him. Um, so I really love this book. It can really be enjoyed on a couple different levels. You can just kind of
Mhm.
take it, on a surface level. Just this kind of adventure fantasy, which
Yeah,
is super fun.
the art is very cool, especially the design. Which he told us who it was. He's credited in the book. The design,
Oh, this particular
well,
page.
just like the designs in general for the book.
Hmm.
Also, as I was in Blam and Glam, Sergio was also featured. They used his baby picture um, as reference for the second issue of Halloween Boy, available now. Or is it available now, or is it pre-order?
Halloween Boy is available now on his website. Yeah.
And if you can, you turn your face to the side. Let's get a little side by side.
Your mom. Uh,
Also
yes.
abandoned, so much like Halloween Boy.
So, because we spoke about issue number one
Hmm.
previously. Check out that episode. Great interview with Dave Baker.
Yeah, Dave's fantastic.
Yeah, he really is super super funny guy, fantastic writer. What I'm gonna say about Dave,
Oh,
Dave
and see, I can't do this. I gotta click through. And I told Dave that I
was
don't do teeth. I don't do multiple rows of teeth. I can't. It
uh,
makes me itchy. Even no, I can't do it.
I think I included a slide that you liked then.
Okay. Well, it's been real.
But but in all seriousness, folks, Dave Baker, he's the kind of writer
Mhm.
who really it pushes me and he makes you want to become a better reader, a smarter reader. um he's got that kind of style, always layered. um
Y'all making me itchy in the comments. I'm about to ignore y'all. Good
Really
morning.
really really smart guy. And I really enjoy the essays he drops in
Oh
the back
yes,
of his books. He did
yes.
it. So Dave he's also written Night Hunters, which is a critically acclaimed, underground, uh, just super cyberpunk book set in the future of Venezuela. Kind of touches on the police state side of things and classisms and all that. Um, Eisner nominated. Everyone is Tulip.
My personal
So,
favorite, easily one of the best graphic novels to drop last year.
oh, for sure, for sure. And I think we did a review on it here on the channel. I don't remember, but great stuff. So his credits speak for himself,
Oh, I
man.
know. Didn't they just release a new reprint of Fuck Off Squad with new back matter?
Yes, Fuck Off Squad was just re-released. Yeah, another great kind of slice of life, coming of age ish story. So really, folks, anything that he puts out is like, in all sincerity, like an automatic cop. Gotta read it. But then he's got the essays in the back of his book that really kind of makes you appreciate more what he's doing and what he's, what the story's about, what he's trying to do.
Even just him as a person, I think it takes a very skilled writer to be able to write about themselves without coming off as pretentious. And his essays they're genuinely interesting.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know, um, I mean, some kind of stuff that you can find in Halloween Boy. Uh, he's got a pet dragon who he rides, called Saber. His ship is called the Hell Prowler. Um, there's what's great is there's so much happening on the pages, right?
Yeah.
Like, look at his art, like so much detail, but also lack of detail. Does that make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
there's so much.
balanced. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to find the words to describe it, but yeah, like you see, there's so much on the pages, right? Happening, and it's a great mix of traditional and digital pencils, and you can, for the most part, you can tell what's what, and you can see the art is just the one flat color palette, except for these. There's like two or three panels in all of the first two issues, flashback scenes, and he switches it up to this purple. So very very interesting choice, but it works, man. I dig it. Yeah, just great stuff. What else can we say about this one, Halloween Boy?
Oh boy. HB.
Good old XP, the demon who lives, as they
Not
call
like, and like they call you, the boy who lived,
the boy who lives.
come to die.
Mm.
I say that to my kids, and they
Middling sense of humor. This is the cover for Halloween Boy #2. I friggin' love this, man. I love this cover, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna order the physical copy for this.
Oh,
By
for
the way,
sure.
folks, check out. Do we have the banner for his? I think you threw it up. Check out his site. You can get Halloween Boy at heydavebaker.com. Issue 2 just dropped like within the last week or two, but that's the cover. I love this, man. I love it. I love it. Issue 2, you find out, delves deeper into, develops kind of the character arc of our main character. Uh, you know, and one of the good things is, or one of the great things, uh, these books, they're super. He plays into the tropes, but it also subverts the tropes as well. You know, like in these pulpy adventures of yesteryear, man. A lot of times these main characters, overly like, masculine. Nothing phases him. You know, um, kind of not much more than what's on the surface. But in issue 2, and really from the jump, we see Halloween Boy. He's a guy he's got some pain, trauma, things, the things that have happened to him. They're taking a toll on this character, right? Um, and so issue 2 really developed that a lot. Um, yeah, Yeah, I mean, what else? What else can we say? Can we say? You want to keep throwing up that one?
I didn't know you were looking. I didn't know.
You're a goof, bro.
So yeah, Halloween Boy, Dave Baker, heydavebaker.com.
Great character names like Dreeb Lazenby, Charlie No Face. I could have sworn I had that. Did I include the right slide? I don't know. But look at that. Look at that, man. Oh, I guess I must have taken it out. That's crazy. I love it. What do you call this page here? At the beginning of the book, that kind of gives you the synopsis. Kind of. There's a name for it.
There is. Is it the preface?
Elwood's the writer here. What is this called here? This page, you know?
And the page itself, the texture, it's giving skin.
I like it. It gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, just a little.
A little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah. Oh, issue 2 is great. Issue 2 is great. So basically, the gist, you know, there's something like a phantom zone that's kind of supplanted in the center, in the middle of the capital city, called Black Zang, and soldiers, scientists, they're disappearing. They're not coming back. So it's up to HB to save the day. And the kicker is it's his ex-fiance, the one who got away, a lost love, if you will, who's asking to help rescue her new boo, her new fiance. So you know, tough situation, I think, for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to be saving your lost love's new man, new fiance. Hey, but what does HB do? You guys got to find out. You guys got to find out, man. Check
Now,
it out.
what would Sergio Boy do?
What would you do?
Yeah, I'd save him.
What would you do? Would you save your ex fiance's new boo? New boo
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then push her back down.
I don't know what happened to her. That's a prologue. Is that what it is? Thank you, Al. Thank you, Alwood. Yeah, man. Yeah, which is great. I love that, man.
The preface is when something I know.
Preface is not
Just throwing out pre-words.
You were wrong, Al. You were wrong.
Pre-ejaculate.
Pre-sum? Watch your mind.
Pre-sum.
Show. Yeah, man. So again, great stuff. Fantasy. You know, Dave Baker leans into the tropes on a superficial level, but you know, he deconstructs them when you dig a little deeper, man. And really, you don't have to dig too deep. I think it's right there. Great stuff. Great main character. Check it out. Woo! Woo! Some great indie comics, yeah? Some great indie comics. And I want one last thing. I reread issue 1 prior to reading issue 2.
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, it's good the first time around, but it's even better. It's one of those books that you're like, damn, you're catching a few more things, and really appreciate.
Shit, I almost fell off my chair.
You almost broke it?
No, I almost slipped off of it.
You gotta lay out those whoppers.
Don't make me tell them what you told me before the show.
I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Thanks for sticking around.
I just remembered what you really did say, though.
Yeah, man. Great indie comics, great indie creators. Support these guys, man. Check them out. And a lot of these men, I think, like I said, Colton's issue 1 is free of Starburn. Black Fist Brown Hand was like $1 on the website for the first issue. So, you know, very little risk on the reader's part. Elle, did you wanna get into some weekend review talk before we get out of here?
Sure.
Yeah.
You didn't know what I was gonna do, huh? You were a little nervous, but you kept dancing. You weren't sure if I was going to stop the music.
Dancing. I wasn't dancing.
You look a little scared. Your eyes were just shifting around a little bit.
Nobody was dancing. Stop.
So we can review. Gonna keep it cute.
Keep it cute.
Keep it cute.
Spicy.
There's 1,000 books that came out this week. 1,000 that I enjoy, that I've talked about to death. Do a Power Bomb, Dark Spaces, Wildfire, Silver Coin. No limit to dope stuff that came out. But I just wanted to highlight a couple books that I haven't talked about on the show. And one of them is True Cult, Scott Bryan Wilson. You want to say the artist's name? Because you told me you say it better than me.
Liana Kangas.
And Jaslyn Stone is actually credited in it for promotion.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't see that too often, eh?
No.
Wow.
And so in the first issue, let me tell you, I liked the first issue, but I was like, I could go either way on this. There's like an opening sequence that's very cool, like a heist situation or like a series of robbings, if you will. And it's a very cool sequence. I loved it. And then, of course, as people do, I'm getting away with the perfect crime. Let me crime one more time because I got away with this. And that's when things start to go left. So the main character, Marty, or Tarantula, or any other number of names he's being referred to as, what was that? True Cult. So he works at a burger shop, and he's been there too long. He just needs to, make some money and get out of there because he knows that if he doesn't, that this is just going to be his life. And there's people who are always outside of the church, members of the Church of the Immortal Heartbeat, and they are in fact devil worshippers. And that's the premise. And so I was like, this could go either way. And then there's the girl on the right. She's like a new hire, Allison. Like she's trying to get a job there, but like she won't stop talking. She's just and I think you could appreciate that, having a co-host who just does not stop talking. And so like there's these pages in the book where it's very text heavy, but the way they do it is they're in the trunk of a car or like they're bagged in the back of a van, and like the yellow text is him in his head, like calculating how to get out of this situation, and like actively working out how to get out of this situation. And then like the white text is like her speaking out loud about all the things that go into running a successful franchise for the burger shop. So it's very funny, like to see the juxtapose of just general attitudes about what's happening to them, where she's very aloof and like why aren't you more concerned about what's happening? And then him overthinking to the point where he almost sounds like mechanical. And then you have Bernice, who finds out that using footage that that they were kidnapped, and so she's going to, instead of calling the police to help, of course, she's going to go in there to save the day. And they're taken to this lady, Veronica, who wants to wants them to sign a contract to kill the oldest man that ever lived, Dr. Shiver, who founded the church, because she wants to be top dog. But because he did this heist and, accidentally stole this thing that nobody was supposed to be able to, she thinks that he has some special skill, and he kind of just bumbled his way there.
Interesting character design.
For which one?
The purple dress, green hair.
Veronica?
Yeah. She got a great white
Joey.
Just up on her wall, eh?
Yeah, just chilling.
Oh, just chilling.
Vibing.
All right.
Yeah, the Love It covers are out. I mean, I'll buy anything with
Maria Lovett. You put up the comments and you take them down so quick. I can't even read them. Oh,
Do I have fans on? Yeah, it's very hot. Don't private chat me. Don't private chat shame me. It's hot in here. I have a fan on. Sorry.
Just so blessed. Grab the first true cult for that Maria Lovett cover. Still to read though. Okay.
Yeah, the Maria Love It. And then here's the for the number 2 on the right is this Maria Love It cover. So yeah, it's cool. I like the art style in the book. It's clean.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are all distinct from each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to follow along. And there's a Karen scene in this one that's hilarious too.
It's a weird page to leave it on.
Huh?
That's such a weird page to pick as a screener.
No, I thought it's the way the storytelling by using this is interesting.
Okay.
I'm sorry you don't appreciate letters and just pages.
Right.
But narratively, it was a really cool way of telling the story. Sorry, it's not up to your standards, sir. My second, or probably my favorite, most interesting read this week was Masquerade from Kevin Smith and Andy McElfresh, John Springelmeyer. And this is from, hold on, because I want to get the name of it right. From Kevin Smith's imprint of a Dark Horse. Let's see here. What's it called? Secret Stash Press. Imprint of Dark Horse. So this is his first book with them. And it's about this. Oh, this is the Francavilla cover is on the right. You probably can tell.
I've been talking this whole time. My mic's been muted.
Oh, I just thought you were being a jerk. I was like, okay, rude.
No, I'm sorry. Yo, oh man, no, I was saying Kevin Smith of Clerks fame.
Yes.
Same Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. I was also saying I was like talking to Raggedy Joe and I'm like my mic's muted. No, hey, thanks for coming through, my man. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Yeah, and you dig some of our Rex. Yeah, I was talking this whole time. You didn't say nothing.
I thought you would like this.
Ooh, we got booty.
This is page number 1.
Ooh, page number 1. I'm checking it. Sit, yo, done.
We got Felicia Dance, and she's like a social media. Instead of going about the news in the traditional way, she kind of uses Instagram and TikTok and other platforms as her learning grounds for what she does now, which is basically like Gen Z to catch a predator. But also let me show my butt crack and everything. So she definitely is using her looks to her advantage, much to the chagrin of the veterans in the news game who are not getting work because influencers like her are taking all the jobs.
Okay.
And yes, that is her butt. And there's like a quote here where she says, "Do you know what you're looking at? Here's a hint. It takes no shit, but it gives, but it delivers." And I was like, ew. Ew.
Yeah.
And so here's the city.
Shout out Spoiler Kings. Thanks for coming through, guys.
So it's called the Truncheon, and it was supposed to be like the new San Francisco, but it went belly up, and now it's just like the seedy underground of like the Bay, and you got just all kinds of criminal activity, and then you have the so then you have this vigilante who is also like broadcasting her exploits, but she's basically taking down all of like the creeps in town, but broadcasting it a la To Catch a Predator, Dateline, 60 Minutes, stuff like that. And there's some interesting methods she uses. and there's if you check this book out, there's one page in particular where I don't want to say what she does, but it's hilarious, and it's a good mix of humor and action. Especially, it's Kevin Smith. I expect there to be some level of satire and jokes, and it blends it very well. I love the art style. It's very tongue in cheek, but there's also like a lot of it's kind of depressing when you think about it, the story overall. But basically, they want to hire this disgraced news producer because and they show it in the book. He gets caught in a lewd position with the newscaster, and her husband also happens to be like the honcho, and he walks in on it, so he no longer has a job. But was it worth it? She was hot. It is what it is. And so then he's like, I don't want to work for, no girl on the street who got famous off showing her ass. But then when they tell him the salary, he's like, maybe I will. Yeah. But it's basically like, you see, like, what if like Red Room stuff was mainstream, basically? And so it's like just a more like hyper violent form of vigilantism, but like the kind that's on TV, that's being digested right now.
Okay. I've never read any Kevin Smith stuff before, to be honest. I know he's done some other. Mm-hmm. I think he's even written some big too, right? Like little one shot stories. Yeah. But I haven't read anything of his, so.
My brother is like a huge fan. Yeah. And so that's the only reason why it was even on my radar, because when I was going through previews a while back, I was like, oh, he has a new imprint. Let me check it out for, let my brother know. But I really enjoy it, and I love the art style. Yeah, and I
don't think it was. I think it might have been delayed in some places because it wasn't at my shop either. It didn't arrive this week like at all. It wasn't even under.
Check out his Clerks comics, and Clerks you could watch right now on Prime. Clerks 3, it's on Prime for $14.99, and I feel like I don't know. Know Your Worth, Kevin. $19.99, $24.99, $14.99. It made it look like it was an old movie. When I was scrolling, I said, "Is this old?" No, but that's.
We're trying to watch Clerk 3, man.
You guys, don't nag on my. Don't be that guy when I'm presenting something. Cool. So next week we have. Chris Condon. Yeah. Hell is a squared circle.
Yeah, we got Chris Condon next week coming to hang out with us. Talking Hell is a Squared Circle. It was supposed to drop this week. So if you were looking for it, you got your eyes peeled for it. It got pushed back 1 week. Out this Wednesday, the 28th, folks. Is that the right date? I think so. No.
Wait, now you're making me second guess. Is that this week?
What's the date today? What are we looking at? Today's
it's the 18th.
Yeah, it is out. Yes. Yeah, it is out the 28th. So not this Wednesday, the following.
Oh, really? Sorry? I had it in my head that it comes out this week.
No, not this week. The following week. It's a prestige one-shot set in
let me tell you,
wrestling kind of environment. So looking forward to checking that out. And I've heard it leans into like, Chris's noir genre, but it's so much more.
It leans into his expertise at writing human emotion. Because when I tell you, I said, oh, I'm kind of in a funky ass mood now. In the best way. Yeah, after reading it.
You already read it? How does it go, sir?
I said, I'm in a mood now.
I'm going to read it today.
It's very atmospheric. It's called Hell is a Squared Circle.
Yeah.
I know sometimes it's difficult to hear through the Toronto. But yeah, Hell is a Squared Circle.
Yeah. Out on the 28th. The wrestling one is
the wrestling.
Good. The wrestling, great covers. One, the A covers by Jacob Phillips. Mm-hmm. And then the incentive is by Francesco Francavilla. I think it's like a 1 in 10 or 1 in 15. Prestige one shot. Should be good. So yeah, Chris Condon hanging out with us next week, next Sunday. I keep looking at the calendar. I feel like.
Yeah. What was the results of the poll? I didn't even check
it out. Time. Let's check it out here. Let me close. Let me close the poll. Yeah, by a vote. Where'd it go? It disappeared. There we go. By a vote of 63% to 36%, Creep Show number 1 is the cop or drop.
You know what's interesting about that? I think we had to talk about this. And I was telling him, I said, I think Creep Show will win because analytics, our audience, it, you know, on YouTube, it shows you the age range and like the groups. And I feel like you say R.L. Stine, it's probably going to appeal to a different audience versus Creep Show, which I think is very on point for this show. The general audience interest.
Yeah, I was surprised. I know you thought Creep Show was gonna win, but I thought for sure R.L. Stine, you know, because just the whole nostalgia factor. I know a lot of people were fans of the Goosebumps, you know, me included.
But it's all about the numbers, and demographically, I was like, Creep Show is more on brand versus an R.L. Stine. Like R.L. Stine, big nostalgia, right? But it's an audience that if you weren't like in elementary school in these certain years, it's just like, oh, I know who R.L. Stine is, but I wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, but do you consider him a horror? Like, I know some people don't even put him in the game when it comes to horror writing.
Yeah. Yeah, his stuff was great. I mean, it was really
some respect on it. He has modern stuff too that's really good. That's for adults. I like his writing, and you know, I buy his graphic novels. My kid loves those. The kitty ones. Mm-hmm. The kitty ones. Ew. Burn this audio.
Yo. Shout out Joey Paquette. Yeah, man. Pink Buzz is back. When are you back? This Friday? Coming up? It's dope. Check out his check out the Pink Buzz channels. Channel. Oh, man, I'm getting a tongue tied.
You got it.
Check out the Pink Buzz channel, Friday 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, man.
R.L. Stine is great for kids. I read the first 20. Yeah, Fear Street, all those books. Like I was obsessed when I was a kid.
Soaked those bad boys up as a kid, man. Yeah, that was great. I think I had the whole collection.
And I think, and it's so funny, especially as like a minority child reading them, a lot of these experiences are being had by like suburban white kids. And so I just knew that like when I got older and I turned 16 and I had a boyfriend that had a car, and then it's like, no, when you turn that age, you're like, wow, this is not real life. Never mind the horror aspect. No, this is unrealistic too.
Shit, it makes me want to go back and read a couple of those Goosebump books, man.
Yeah, even the show, you know, it's on Netflix, and it's so funny.
One thing. I never got into the show, Elle. I know they did the live action series.
You don't have the theme song in your head 24/7?
No.
It's my ringtone. Well, my phone stays on silent, but it's my ringtone.
It was my age group, really, like when the book, like I did the books full-fledged.
Yeah.
But by the time the show came out, I was like, you know, too mature.
And it's funny because my kids have all gone through a Goosebumps phase watching it. Mm-hmm. And right now, my boys, they're like obsessed with the Go Eat Worms one. Mm-hmm. And my youngest son, he's 4, and he thinks it's so disgusting, but he won't stop watching it. And he'll tell him and start crying like, "There's worms in my bed." I'm like, "No, get the fuck out of my room." Yeah, I like the Fear Street movies. I thought they were good too. The recent ones on Netflix. People were complaining. They were like, HBO Max canceled Batgirl and all of this, but kept Batwheels. Let me tell you, my boys loved that first episode of Batwheels on HBO Max. Mm-hmm. Now, it's so cute. There's more characters than I thought there was going to be. You got Penguin, Harley, Riddler. You know, you have Batgirl, you have Robin, and they're all in it, and it's so cute. And once they make merch, it's a wrap. They're going to keep showing this because kids are eating this up. Yeah. And my thing with that kind of stuff is if it gets a kid into comic books, I'm into it.
100%. Or just reading in general, you know?
Well, specifically comics.
Yeah, just reading in general.
My kids are not allowed to read chapter books. No, I'm just kidding. The amount of money I've spent on comics, you're gonna read these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I think there's a wrap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Joey agrees. Out of context. I'm just gonna use the chat to further my own agenda.
Yeah. Still haven't watched Fear Street. They look like a good time though. I think how many did they release? Like 2 or 3? 3?
Because it was like what 1996.
Okay, real talk. They good out. Like, should I check out the first one?
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't watched them, man.
Big corny 90s horror movie vibes. It's good.
Yeah.
I like them. And the last one, like, surprisingly, because The Witch is one of my favorite movies. What can I say? And so I love like that time pyramid, like pilgrimy, gross, disgusting people. And
from the trailers they looked really campy.
But in a good way.
Is that a fair?
And there's a lot of Easter eggs to like. Honestly, not as much as you think. They were pretty decent. Yeah, there were some, but they were pretty decent. If you're not a fan of this, if you didn't read the books, you can just watch it anyways. It's a jumble of genres. Fear Street was, all of the different books were about different aspects of horror, and this is a mishmash, a hodgepodge,
potpourri, if you will.
Potpourri. Yeah, the witch. I have the bag that I carry every day. My tote bag is like Animal Crossing, but then it says wood stouts like to live deliciously. So yeah, I love The Witch.
What you think? The first one was okay. Second one, maybe I'll watch the first one. Maybe.
Yeah. The first two, I will say this: there was a lot of. If they had released them all in the same week, I probably would have watched them all that first time. But I did kind of teeter on the last one. I watched it like a month or two after it came out, just because. Don't tell me when to watch something.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a mixed bag of the horror genre.
You watched?
But it started off strong, absolutely, huh?
How about Nope? You were telling me you watched that?
Nope. So I only have 20 minutes left, right? Because I fell asleep last night because I was working so hard for the show. This show, the House of Nerd show. I was boozing it.
Boozing it up.
Boozing it and eating fruit, and I have reflux, and so I woke up this morning and I was like, am I dying? Yeah, so I was watching Nope, and I have like 20 minutes left, so I don't want to.
Honestly, I thought it was okay. It was alright.
My favorite part of Nope, up until what I've seen to this point, is that it kind of reiterates that. I don't know if it's prevalent in your community, but at least in the Black community, there's kind of like this belief that white people don't necessarily respect the laws of nature. And I think in the movie, it shows that a lot, especially in the scenes where you have, what's his name? Kahlua? Daniel, where you have him like, nope. And even just not looking the thing in the eye, like the respect that he was giving that. And like the scene with the chimp where you see like the boy is respecting the chimp, but the two, adoptive white parents on the show were not. And so I think that's really interesting. And again, I don't know if that's like, and obviously it's Jordan Peele. Race is a factor in the narration of these stories, but it is like definitely a thing in Black culture where like, oh, y'all chasing tornadoes and shit, no thank you, like what are you doing, like chasing alligators and stuff, nope, not into it. And so I really like that aspect of the story, because I feel like some people, I've read reviews where it was just like, that's it, that's all, and I'm like, I think you're kind of missing the point a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? And just strictly from an entertainment kind of perspective, it didn't do much for me. Like his first was his first movie. Us
Get Out.
was great. Fucking fully like
I
wow,
liked
blown
no
away.
better than Get Out.
The second, what was his second film?
Us.
Not that his first one was Us.
No, Get Out was this
Oh,
first.
sorry, excuse me. Yes, apologies. Get Out. The first one was the one I really enjoyed. Fully into that. Us was cool. Didn't like it as much as his first film, and then with this one, I was just kind of like I struggled
I'm
to
the
get through it.
opposite. Nope is my
Yeah.
favorite so far, and then I'll say Us, and then I'll say Get Out. And I only say that because I feel like Get Out was non-black people's favorite movie of his. You know what I mean? I feel like growing up in the culture, you see these cautionary tales so much that it was cool to see it on screen. But these are stories that I've heard, time and time again growing up, whether, like cautionary tale or life experiences. So, but it was cool. I did like it. I just liked the innovation in Us, and then Nope. I love that. I just love Kiki. I think Kiki Palmer is fantastic in it, and even Angel, even him being. I don't think he's white, right?
Who?
Angel, the guy who works at Fry's, the Geek Squad guy.
Oh, the Geek Squad.
He's so like. There's so it's just and then the scene where like as soon as I saw, and it was a reveal, and I don't know if everybody caught onto this because it could easily just went over people's heads because it's not something that everybody looks for. But it was a major reveal when they show what's his name, Jupes, when they show his wife. And as soon as I saw his wife, I said, I know exactly what's going to happen to these people. I know exactly the fate of this story. So I thought that was a really cool, and that, I mean, it's not cool, but it was very, it was nice to be able to catch on to that little detail. Oh, Sergio's going. Here, I don't know if we should wait. Now, see, this, you can't do High Life, Us, Get Out, High Life 2018. And I just, and it's you saying High Life end sequence is greater than Us, greater than Get Out for me. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is his Twilight reboot good? I watched the first few episodes of the first season, but I haven't watched all of it, to be honest. So I feel like with that one, like whenever I'm bored, I'll put an episode on, check it out. But I didn't feel like compelled to watch all of them like straight through. Fabian, we are one person, so it makes sense. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I don't know where Sergio is. So I mean, I guess I get to have the last word. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. We'll throw up Sergio one more time. And I don't where's the outro? So yeah. It's been real.